The Science Mind is my opportunity to start a discussion with all of you about how we as a generation of people can do more to engage with the scientific world. I've found that science is a topic that most of us move away from as we complete our degrees and move into the workforce, but it is what we depend on most daily for our health, habits, entertainment, and lifestyles in general. Today I want to bring into focus a sometimes controversial topic and offer a look at ways that we can process it more comfortably. Shopping greener. If you work, it's very likely you spend money, and most of us like to spend money at our favorite shops, restaurants, and stores. The next time you go shopping, consider the environmental impact of your chosen place and products on which you spend some coins. Some businesses operate dangerously, cutting corners when creating or obtaining the products they sell, keeping environments for employees that are less than ideal, and even going against some important ethical causes. It's a lot to consider when shopping, but it's doable. There are several different types of retailers that live by a green motto. Looking for outdoor gear, for example, check out Patagonia. They are vetted and known to donate 1% of profits to grassroots activists and utilize transparency as a marketing tool so you can assess their environmental impact of what they are selling. IKEA is another giant that is doing its best to minimize its impact on the environment. They utilize solar panels in hundreds of their stores for power and use sustainably sourced wood for their furniture. Now, if you're considering luxury, and who doesn't want to consider some luxury, you have a few options. There are lots of luxe brands that are trying to minimize their impact on the earth through using cruelty-free fabrics, no fur, vegan options, and leather and ethically sourced materials. Stella McCartney, Rag & Bone, and Viktor and Rolf are just a few retailers that have tried and true methods for minimizing their impact on the environment and creatively making unique garments out of recycled materials. All it takes here is a little research on your phone, and you can find out who is helping out and who isn't before you buy. Try to find brands that use environmentally safe practices throughout their entire production process, from where they get their goods to how they are prepared and delivered to you. And if you're anything like me, you're trying to keep your finances together as well, and sometimes quality costs. It's tempting to settle and just grab something off the shelves, but it's actually a good choice to save your money and buy that one expensive quality item rather than buying a bunch of cheaper alternatives or a knockoff. If you just have to have that $2,500 bag, we all know that if you wait for your little tax return and buy it in May, instead of getting a bunch of imitations, you're going to be happier anyways. This way, you're actually lessening your own personal impact by buying a little less and not contributing to purveyors that have no incentive to utilize production methods that are less harmful to our environment. Don't be afraid to hit the thrift shop. They always have cool and unique things that are rare finds and way cheaper than brand new. Most vintage retailers obtain their products locally and align with your same community standards to operate their businesses. Another good idea here is to shop seasonally, as this will significantly lessen the impact of your purchasing power. Buying seasonally means when it's summer, buy summer clothes, and when it's winter, buy winter clothes. If all of this is simply too much for you and you can't bring yourself to really get into the groove of shopping more eco-friendly, then just bring reusable bags. Single-use plastics, papers, straws, cups, bowls, tires, whatever, it's done in 2019. We're not doing that anymore. It has way too much of a harmful impact on the environment. In 2016, we humans made around 335 million tons of plastic products, and half of that can only be used once. So by bringing your little cotton bag, or even using your backpack to carry something you buy, or at least putting all of your purchases into the same bag, we can eliminate the need for half of those plastic products. These are some ideas to get the blood flowing and juices churning around shopping greener. Everyone has an impact, and you can do so much by making just a small effort consistently to lessen that impact on the environment. I want to encourage you to have more discussions with me or the L Spot about your opinion on this topic and what we can do to keep science and the environment on our minds.